and she was climbing up the ladder of the slide. But when she went to slide down, her sweater, this thing got caught, and it strangled her, and she died. And so I was like, man, that's sad. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving back and forth. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I'm like, why am I seeing this illusion of a child?
There's a lot of movies this month I want to see. I want to see the Peaky Blinders one. Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
I have never watched the series, but I heard the series is great.
Yeah.
I know the movie's coming out now.
Yeah, it comes out I think next week, and then I want to watch that Project Hail Mary with.
That's gonna be awesome. I want to see that.
Me and Alfredo gave me the book. I had just finished it. Me and him read it. The book was really good.
Yeah, that's the one with
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's gonna come out in March.
And then there's another movie I think that comes out on March 20th that I can't think of right now.
There's one that's called Ready or Not Part 2. That's coming out this month. That's a sequel.
To what's Ready or Not, the first one?
It's basically like it's a horror slasher type movie, and it's what this girl is dating this guy, and they're playing a game, and the game is basically she's the hunt. They're hunting her throughout the game. Mm-hmm. It's a fun movie to watch. So.
Why are you laughing at? Why are you wearing that jacket?
I was in the camera because I wanted to, and it's cool.
Oh yeah.
I saw a couple movies this month. I always do the movie mysteries.
Yeah.
So I saw a few good ones. I saw Good Luck, Don't Die. That was a pretty good movie.
Are they all horror movies?
No, so when I do the movie mystery movies, those are blind. I don't know what they're gonna be. It could be either scary or it could be comedy. I don't know. You just go in there blindly. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up a couple.
We in this. Boom, boom, boom.
What's up, fellas?
Is this gonna be 55 or a bonus?
We could say this is 55.
Okay. Welcome back to episode 55 of Frogs in the Algorithm. Dom, Enzo, and our Uncle Sandro. Hopefully he's good luck. Uncle Phil, both of them are corrupted.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Ready again?
Good.
Thanks for having me on the podcast, man. It's been good, man. Just been watching movies and making reviews, as you guys been seeing on my TikTok and all that, which is always a lot of fun.
Go follow him at, what is it, Sandro Place Comedy?
Sandro's Place. Just go to Sandro's Place on TikTok. I'm posting my videos there, and I'm going to be posting more long form videos on YouTube as well. Sandro's Place. Yep.
I feel like TikTok's been getting boring a little bit.
It's not that it's boring. I just feel like it's, there's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? But you still find stuff in there that's really, really cool. You know what I mean? You still find good content on there.
Like all the time, like sometimes it gets too much overwhelming. Like there's just so much information on TikTok that you're just like, fuck, like I gotta take a break from this.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's like anything else, man. I mean, think about it. When MySpace first came out, that was the first big wave, social media, stuff like that. And that was cool when it came out, you know what I mean? And then after that, you got, Facebook and then Instagram and all them other ones. So everything is cool at the beginning, and then it's been out for so long, but you just have to find a good way for you to utilize it. For me, it's just doing these reviews with these movies and having fun on there, and then being able to engage. Once you find a core audience that likes what you're doing and likes the movie reviews, and you can engage, because I've been engaging with people, which is a lot of fun. I like that part where I can go on there, post the movies, post my review, and then people will comment on there what they didn't like about it, what they liked about it. Because I do spoiler free. I don't really like to give the spoilers of the movie, because I feel like when I do that, I'm like, it's almost like turning you off from going to see the film. Like, go see the movie, man. Go check it out. Because my opinion is different. I can tell you I love the movie. You might go see it and be like, this movie sucks. Yeah. So I don't want to give you the basis of the story. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out, man. Like, I'll tell you when I do my reviews, I'll give you the basis. I'll say, it's about this, it's about that. But at the same time, go see the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But dude, that's the thing about TikTok. I feel like people don't want to go see movies anymore. Like my friends, honestly, they'll just be like, "Oh, did you watch this movie?" And I'll be like, "Nah." And they're like, "Oh, I didn't watch it either, but I just watched a bunch of the clips on TikTok."
Yeah, you ruin it though. I mean, you ruin the experience, man. You want to go on there and you want to see the movie, because if everyone gives you the clips of the movie, it's almost like you're robbing yourself of that experience. Just go to if it's a movie that's interesting to you. If you want to go see it, then go check it out. But Otherwise, yeah, they're throwing the clips out there too quickly. And I mean, like now, Scream 7 just came out and they're releasing the clips already online and stuff like that.
That's why people don't like go on TikTok when those movies come out, or even shows, because they don't want to get spoiled. Like,
Yeah, like the Stranger Things. So you couldn't go on TikTok for. You had to watch it within the first like
Yeah.
24 hours, or else you're gonna get spoiled.
Like for me, that's why I say when I do my reviews, it's always spoiler free. I don't want to give anything. I'll just tell you, if the movie was good, things like that. If I felt like, I didn't care for it that much, I give you really subtle information because I don't want it to. You may go and see this movie and be like, if you saw my review and I gave you everything about the movie, you'll be like, oh, Sandra told me this movie sucks, so why did I go see it? So no, go see the movie. Go check
that's
it
why
out.
Dominic, like Sam won't watch RDC World because he said that they spoil too much anime stuff, so he doesn't like to watch them at all.
They don't spoil. They're pretty good about saying spoiler alert. And like when I watch, they have like kind of like a half podcast that they do, and they always are like, oh, yo, if you don't want to like listen to this topic, skip to this part.
Because now you have a lot of these, YouTubers. They'll make their videos and stuff like that. They'll do the spoiler free, and within days, like, because remember the Scream came out on Thursday. They did the early release, and then the wide release was Friday. Saturday, people already had spoilers. I mean, people already had spoilers on Friday. So I stayed off the internet because I wanted to see, because I enjoy these movies. Now again, sometimes you go see the movie and it doesn't meet your expectations. You're like, okay, cool, but I at least saw it. Had it been ruined, like your dad, okay, I'll give you an example. Your dad will ruin a movie for you.
Yeah, he literally. I was so mad when he ruined Planet of the Apes. He knew that Planet of the Apes was my favorite movie, and he actually came in and he's like, "Hey, guess what? Caesar dies in the third one." He told me that, and I never went to go see it in the theater.
He did that with Avengers.
Yeah.
Avengers came out, and I stayed away because I was, remember, the Avengers, the end game, the final one. We knew we were gonna lose some characters. What did he do? He went in there and said, "Yo, Iron Man dies." I'm like, dude, shut up, man.
Iron Man dies?
Yeah, he died.
I'm just kidding.
You're a moron. They're just bringing it back.
That's not even a spoiler. That happened 10 years ago almost.
I'm like, yeah, but he was like, yeah, he dies. I'm like, dude. Yeah, so I always tell people, man, listen, go see the movie because again, your opinion is different from mine. You are gonna go in there and see it. Like I just saw, there's another horror movie that just got released with the girl from Deadpool. You ever seen the movie Logan?
Yeah.
Remember the little girl? Mm-hmm. Okay, she's older now. Daphne King is her name. She's in this movie. It's called Whistle, and it's a horror film. It's basically their friends. They find this ancient artifact, and they blow into this whistle, and it's supposed to conjure this bad spirit, whatever like that. And it wasn't anything that I've seen that's like, oh man, this is like something brand new. It wasn't the best movie. It had its good moments in it, but I did a review on it, and I was like, you know what? Go check it out, because again, I didn't think it was the best, but this might be the kind of film that you like. So definitely go check it out in theaters. But it got like a small release. It wasn't something that got heavily promoted where everyone was going to go to the theaters and go see it. But,
Do you watch any streamers?
streamers like who? Like, give me some.
Like, what do you think about, do you know who Clavicular is?
No, I don't know who that is, bro.
You don't know who Clavicular is?
I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't, as far as streamers, the only price streamers that I'm known that's more popular obviously would be ISO Speed, Kai Sanat, guys like that. But I know there's so many of them. You got to remember, bro, I'm pushing 50, bro. Come on, man. You kidding me? I'm not going to know all of them now.
So you don't remember where you were at when Clavicular got frame mogged by the ASU frat leader?
Nah, hell no, man. I don't even know what the hell clavicular is. I don't know what the hell that is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't know that.
Do you know what frame mogged? Can you try and define what frame mogged means?
Frame mock?
Frame mogged.
Frame mogged.
Like if you had to think of like what does frame mogged mean?
Frame mock. I have no idea, bro. I don't know.
Can you try to take a guess?
Yeah, try to take a guess.
Frame? Well, when I think of frame, you frame a picture or you frame someone in a crime.
Yeah.
Mog, I don't know what the hell that word. What does that mean?
I don't know. It's kind of like he was like, so the whole story is that he was in he's like a look maxer. So like these new like kids coming up streaming, they want to look like the best or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like look really good. They're getting plastic surgery and stuff to look like Kylie Jenner's and
Jesus.
stuff. So then like the guy had bigger shoulders or bigger lats than Clavicular in the camera frame. So like he got mogged because he's better looking than him.
Jesus Christ, man. That's where it's got to the extreme. I don't know a lot of all that stuff. I'll see it and I'm like, it's not something for me. But some of it could be funny.
What's like a phrase or like a saying that you guys used to say back in high school that like we would not get at all? Like you know what I mean? Like kind of like frame log. Like you didn't get that.
Okay, so
Like what would you guys say back in the day where you like we'd be like, what does that even mean?
somebody, if someone says, like, all right, let me give you one from my era, from when I grew up, like this guy got snuffed.
Snuff. Like they killed him,
No.
beat him up.
So snuff is like someone smacked him. So that was just like if someone be like, like someone would tell you, like someone would egg you on, like if that guy was talking to you, man, go snuff him, go snuff him in the face. And someone, or another one they would use mush him. Mush him would be like you mushed him in his face like that.
No, that one's gay. I like
They
snuff.
still use mush.
No, those are phrases.
They said that to remember Jalen Duran. He fought the one guy. They said he mushed Musa Diabate and he mushed him.
Yeah,
in
he
the
mushed
face.
them and snuffed them. Those were slang at that time. That was funny enough that a lot of the slang that I grew up with, man, it makes its way now. People using that stuff now. You hear it you probably hear it in a lot of the younger artists' music now. They all choose material from back then. They put it in their stuff now, and you'll hear it.
Can you tell us some stories back from your childhood?
About like what? Give me like.
Oh, I remember my dad was telling me that you guys used to run across buildings, and I don't know, something happened like where some lady was like chasing you guys, and you had to jump off like the rope, and you were stuck on the rope.
No. What it was, so in New York, we used to always go on the roof. We used to go climb up to the to the highest of the floor, and then there would be a ladder that would go to the roof. You just open the latch and you just climb on the roof. We would just do that as kids. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think nothing of it. And so one time it was me, my brother, and another one of our childhood friends. And so the roofs in New York, if you notice, they don't all align the same. Like one would be like this, and the other one could just go. The buildings are smaller. It could just change from size to size. Yeah. And then some of them would slant. So like if you fell, right, and you didn't catch yourself, you can just literally roll off the roof. Now, there's fire escapes on the other side, because the people's apartments, whatever like that. So I remember one time, I forgot what it was. We was running from something. I don't remember, but it was me, my brother's friend, and my brother, and we're climbing down from one roof to the next one. Now, we're climbing down a cable wire. The cable wire was not long. It was a short cable wire. So that means you have to climb as far as where I could take you, and then you have to just jump, and hopefully you don't roll off. So Tito got off, right, your dad, and then the other guy got off. I'm the last one. So of course I'm hanging there. I'm not trying to jump. I'm afraid, man. So the guy came and he got me. Then there was an old man that came up on the roof. He was like, "Get out of there! Get off of there!" And we're like terrified. And finally, my brother, his boy, came and grabbed me. He was like, "Just let go, just let go." And I was like, "Man, I was afraid because if I would have fell the wrong way and rolled off, I could have rolled off that roof." Obviously, I survived. I'm here. But yeah, it was terrifying shit, man. We used to do stupid shit like that all the time, man. Yeah. I remember one time. I'll tell you this. This is a fun story. So, I think it was my best friend Willie, right? His brother, they found a pit bull, a stray pit bull, right? And cute little pit bull, man, brown, golden color, whatever. But it was a stray dog. They just found it, whatever. So they took it. They wanted to take it and basically adopt it, whatever, like that. But pretty much bring it to the house. And so we took it. They were basically playing around with it. And this dog was funny, man. They're playing around with the dog and stuff like that. And I remember the dog got a grab of my ear and just like almost like didn't bite it off, but it was like, bit it to where I had a scar behind there. Like this dog was weird, and I'm thinking to myself like, and the funny thing is we didn't think about, man, should I go to the doctor and maybe get a rabies shot or something like that? Didn't think about that shit. I'm just thinking to myself like, oh yeah, the dog just bit me, and I'm like, I got this scab behind my ear. I'm like, but I remember we're taking this dog, and there was a guy who owned a pit bull. Now his pit bull was vicious. They called him Bruno. This dog was like the type of dog where the owner had to be there because if this dog got loose, it would take off. So, of course, we're walking the other dog, and Bruno spots him and immediately just goes after the other dog and chases him, dude. We left the dog there and we ran the other direction. That dog tore him up, and luckily the owner came, but the owner had to literally punch his dog, off of the other one because he locked on. If he would have locked on even tighter, he would have killed that other pit.
Oh my
So
god.
what happened with that dog? Did
Yeah, they got rid of it after that.
was it
Yeah,
dead or?
huh? No, no, no. It was just hurt. They took care of it and stuff. Then they just got they gave. I think they. I don't know if they turned it into like humane, whatever like that, to some shelter, whatever like that. But yeah, they
That's
could have.
crazy.
Was that in Michigan or New York?
No, that was in Michigan here.
Oh.
That was in Michigan here. Yeah, but and
We should get Willie on, you and Willie, to tell some stories on this podcast.
tell them, man. I'll let them know, man.
You got any other crazy stories with Willie?
I'll give you. I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts, but I'll give you guys a real ghost story. So
Kind of. Both spirits, maybe.
spirits, all right, all right. Even you believe in spirits, right? But you don't believe like people. Your souls tell me, have you ever seen like a ghost? I'm like, nah, I don't believe in that, man. You're not gonna be able to see that. Well, years ago, I think I was in the 11th grade, and 11th or 12th grade. And one time I was with, I don't know if I was with Phil or a friend of mine. They were telling me there was a school, elementary school, where a little girl passed away, right? And I'm like, okay, how did she pass away? So what it was, she was climbing up the ladders of the slide, right? And she was climbing up the ladder of the slide, but when she went to slide down, her sweater, this thing got caught and it strangled her and she died.
At
Right?
the school.
At the school, yeah, in the playground. And so I was like, man, that's sad, you know what I'm saying? But they said that if you drive by the school at a certain time, you can see the spirit. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, no way. No way, dude. I'm like, that's some straight movie stuff. All right, so I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I go, it's around 12:30 at night. It's dark outside. And I had a red Ford Tempo at the time. I hated that car. But I remember we're driving by, so the way the street light hit the swing, the slide, it looks like a shadow of a little person running up the ladders and sliding. Dude, we did that like 6 times, but I couldn't believe it. I literally saw the shadow of a little girl run up the stairs and just slide. She just kept going back and forth.
Oy.
Listen to me. When I tell you, you know, it's hard to believe that because people be like, oh, I've seen spirits and all this other. I've seen Jesus in my pancake or in my coffee, and I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't believe all that. But I saw that and I was just like, what do you do here? And I'm like, it can't be the light. There's no reflector up there of a shadow of it.
And you did it 6 times?
I drove 6 times because I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm driving back and forth. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I'm like, why am I seeing this illusion of a child? And it shows a little girl. She's just running up the stairs and sliding. It's almost like her spirit. People always say, your spirit sometimes can get stuck. But again, this is all stuff that you see in movies. You're not going to see this in real time. And literally, you just see her running up the ladder and sliding back and forth.
That's crazy.
That was crazy, dude. I left there. I was praying. I was like, man, I need to go to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is terrifying. What's going on here? Yeah, that was.
That's why you like horror stories.
I love horror movies, man. You know what's crazy? I was telling your mom, I was like, I love horror films. As a kid, and the funny thing is, I used to be terrified of them. I used to have nightmares from watching like Friday the 13th, or I was young when I saw it at the time, but I just grew appreciation for them now because when you watch them now, they're fake, as you understand it and all that. But I just appreciate them, man. Again, some of them are trash. They make some bad ones out there, but for the most part, they make some really good ones, man. And like I was saying, I saw Scream 7. I know a lot of people out there are like divided on saying it's one of the worst movies. I don't think it's the worst movie. However, there are some things about it that they could have fixed, man. I wish they would have fixed because you see the movie and you're like, but then I think to myself, it's the 7th one. Dude, it's the same plot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to me, the first one's always going to be the best one.
It's like
Anything
Fast and the
after that?
Furious.
Yeah, it's like Fast. Oh my God! Like, I was talking to my buddy about that, like because so I was talking to my friend. He was telling me how he watched this new movie and it's about pirates. He goes, "I like it because the movie is real." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Well, it's not fake. I'm like, so you tell me that if the movie is fake, it's a bad movie? So I'm trying to ask to find out. Explain that to me. Because I'm like,
pirates.
yeah, because I'm like, but I guess what it is with him, there was no like CGI. I'm like, again, but those movies are made just to be fun. They're not made to take serious.
Yeah.
Because those movies can still have a good plot. Because that's like saying Marvel movies are not good because, you got a guy flying in the air. Again, That's not going to really happen. But if the story is good, it's good. You know, but we were talking about how Fast and the Furious have gone really bad. I remember there was one where they had a Fiero in space. You know, one of them little ass Hot Wheel cars.
Oh, was that fast? That was Fast and Furious 10, wasn't it?
No, there was. I think that was either 9.
I've never watched past 8. I don't think.
I think the first one, again, the first one is always going to be the best because that was about drag racing, and anything else they made after that was just a cash cow. And
That was Tokyo Drift, right?
yeah,
No,
No,
Tokyo
no.
Drift is 3.
that's 3. But again, there's still fun movies to go watch.
My favorite is 5. I like the one where they're in Brazil.
Yeah, that was a good one. But again, they make them, and they're just fun movies to watch, man. They're not really to be
This
sat
is in
through.
America. This is Tel Aviv. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I'm not, listen. When I watch them, they're not there to be critiqued. They're not there to be critiqued for an Oscar. They're just there to entertain you. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you skip.
That's what I'm saying. Because like the critic, or I was telling my girlfriend the other day because we were looking up. Oh, we looked up the Rotten Tomatoes for Scream 7.
Okay.
And the critics have it at 20, but the fan score is 80%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sometimes they take things like way too seriously. Like Happy Gilmore, I was like, Happy Gilmore 2 was a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes for critics, but like a 90 for fans.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what did you? First of all, did you go in there expecting an Oscar award-winning movie? Because if you did, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
Like I went in there, like when I saw Happy Gilmore 2, I had a good time with it. Now, is it better than the original? No, nothing's ever going to be better than when that was the first one. But I still found it to be good. Now, were there some areas that I feel like, that was kind of corny, but it is what it is. With Scream 7, I think that people really wanted this movie. The real issue was you didn't see any of the Scream movies?
No, I've never
So there
seen
was an actress in there that she did 5 and 6, and she was only contracted to do those 2 movies, but then had voiced her opinion about Palestine, and then she never got brought back, which was dumb because, again, that's her opinion. Why would you punish her for her opinion? If she believes that, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. And they didn't want to bring her back in the 7th one. So then what they had to do, they had to pay $500,000 from what I read in rewrites because they had to write her out of the 7th one, which was stupid because that story probably could have been better with her being in it because it was her and Jenna Ortega. And then, once she didn't do it, Jenna Ortega obviously left. So it could have been the 7th one could have been a lot better than what it was. Again, there was still some parts of it that I thought were good. The ending, the reveal of who the villain was and all that other stuff and the reasoning. Because typically those movies end like this. There's a reveal of a killer. It's typically someone they know. And then there's a motive for it. Whatever the motive is, it could be a relative, whatever. The motive in this one and the reveal of the villain was weak. It was like, that was kind of weak. I didn't like that. But the beginning of it was cool.
Damn,
Like,
Jenna Ortega was supposed to be in it.
well, she was in
the
5 and
last-
6.
Yeah, I remember her being in the last one.
Yeah, she was in 5 and 6, but then the thing, I don't know if they were. I don't think either one of them were contracted for third one, but they were going to bring them back on because the first 2 did, the 5 and 6 did really well. But then when Melissa said what she said, I'm like, listen, man. Again, no one should get penalized for speaking for saying what they want to say. There's nothing wrong with that.
I know, for real. Like you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't people just disagree with people? And just
That's
be
it,
like,
man.
Like,
Like if you don't agree with her opinion, that's fine, but don't penalize for it. That's her opinion. You know what I'm saying? She has every right to think that way, feel that way, say what she wants to say. That's nothing. I have no issue with that.
And it should be like the director's making a piece of art. Like why does he care like how the actual actors think? Like you're trying to position them on the canvas to look cool, not like their opinions. Like I gotta change them. Like what?
No, I don't. I think that politics should stay away from making movies.
Yeah.
Make your movie, man. Make the art that you want to make for the fans to come out and enjoy it. If people have political opinions, that's okay. They're allowed to have that. We live in a place where you're free to say what you want, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I think what she did was cool. She voiced her opinion, and I think she's a great actress. I think she's really good, man. And I hope to see her in more movies. I hope that they don't, penalize her and take opportunities from her because she's a good actress.
Yeah.
She just said what she said. That's it. So I think that if they would have kept her in, if they would have kept that storyline, I think that the 7th one would have been an amazing film with her and Jenna Ortega in it because they did really well. 5 and 6 did over like $100 million.
did it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that big of like a franchise. Yeah, to where it's like what's how much is the first one grossing? Like, was that like $1 billion film?
No. So I saw. It's funny. Here's this. I saw the original one in theaters in 1996.
Really?
Me and your uncle. We saw that in 1996, and I believe that movie. Let me see if I'm not mistaken. If I can refer to, I mean, it was popular. It was a popular movie, and it was the start of the slasher genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That basically, when that happened, I Know What You Did Last Summer came out. You know, all these other slasher movies came out after that and stuff like that. Scary Movie came out. All these big movies came out afterwards. You know, because then that Scary Movie was making fun of a lot of those slasher films. But that movie, let me see here what the budget was.
Who's the girl? Who's the girl that Eric hit from behind in Entourage? The blonde girl,
Oh, Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
She's the one. Yeah, she's in Scary Movie. She plays Cindy. You know that version in that Scary Movie. She's hilarious, and I'm looking forward to seeing the new one. The new trailer.
when that guy's trying to sleep with her, and then she has a huge bush, and then he has to mow it down with like the
That's-
lawn clippers.
That's a Scary Movie. So that movie's budget was $15 million. All right, 15 million for the first one, and then their box office numbers. They made. So let's see here. The first one. Where's the first one at? So they made about 100 million.
On the first one?
Yeah.
And how much does this one make in first week already?
This one here, the Scream 7,
Yeah.
that one is scheduled to make 64 million. This week.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was bigger than that, honestly.
It's gonna be. Here's the thing, man. You gotta understand. There's a core fan base for horror movies. That's why horror movies do well. And again, they make them. They don't. They're not expensive like a Marvel movie. They're not expensive like that. So they make them. I mean, obviously, $15 million is not cheap, but they're making them for a budget that's more attainable, you know, than a Marvel movie or Disney anime, you know, stuff like that. But they do really well. There's a fan base for them. That's why all the people I'm seeing online saying the movie's horrible. There's a much bigger fan base saying that they love the movie. I don't particularly love the film. I enjoyed some of it, and I have my issues with it, but it's huge, man. And they're already talking about an eighth one. So they're already in the works to make an eighth one. You know what I'm saying? Because the movie is profitable, regardless of what you think. If you hate it or not, it's making money. That's why I was talking to a buddy of mine. He was like, "Man, they need to stop." Think about it like this. Let's say if you made your first horror film, right? You made a good horror movie, and your budget was, let's say, $6 million. You put it in theaters, and it grosses $80 million. You tell me you're not going to give it a sequel?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you do a second one with, let's say, $10 million budget. Perfect example. You know the movie Terrifier?
No.
Okay, well, the movie Terrifier with the clown. So that movie started off as, I believe, just like a small film. That movie had a budget of, I think, 100,000, I believe. I think, I'm paraphrasing because I could be wrong about the budget, but it's doing a fourth one, and it's got over $1 million budget because the movies do really well. And that movie, so the Art the Clown, Terrifier, I've watched them. They're gory. They're on the gory side. I don't really particularly care for the goriness of it, but I like the story. The story is cool. But they're more on the gory side where they're chopping bodies up and you see all that stuff and it's insanely crazy. But the movies make money. They're making over $100 million easy. You're telling me you wouldn't do 3-4 movies? Look at Halloween. Halloween came out in 1970, and they made 3 new ones within the last 5-6 years.
Well, what do you think about this? Because I think I told Phil when he was on here, but you know they always like remaking old movies that were like good back in the day, and now they're remaking them now. Like, for example, remember we saw Independence Day 2, and that movie was trash. But I think that they should remake bad movies and try and make them good now. You know what I mean?
would that
Instead of remaking a good movie that doesn't need to be remade, like we've already seen it.
So my issue, I don't have an issue with them when you remake a movie. Yeah, when you remake a movie that's good, and then the remake is bad, that sucks. Because you got to understand something. Like, for example, one movie that I'm glad that will never be touched, and I hope it never gets touched, is Back to the Future.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it's going to be hard to recast a Michael J. Fox type character.
And they got 4 of them, right?
No, there's
3.
3.
3.
So, yeah, I would think that would make more sense. Like, take a movie that sucked, right? Take a movie that was the original, that wasn't great, and remake it to a better version. That would be great.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some movies that had good concepts that are just like were executed really poorly.
Yeah, the movie. I mean, there's some movies that have been made where they're like, you know, either the actor wasn't that good in the film, or the story was kind of weak, or the director was bad. Yeah, then take that movie and write a better version of that, get a better director, better actor, and remake that, as opposed to remaking the classics. Because I feel like when you remake the classics, what you do is that classic that you're remaking better be just as good. If not, then you just gave us a movie, you gave us a new version of something that we already loved, and you made it bad.
I just think it's lazy. Like they're just being lazy. They don't feel like thinking of anything new, so they're just like, oh, let's just take the exact same idea and just
Hey, you know
redo
what
it.
movie I watched the other day? I watched American Assassin.
American Assassin.
Haven't you seen that already though?
It's the one where that guy, like his
The
girlfriend.
guy from Maze Runner, right?
Is it Maze Runner?
That guy's from Maze Runner.
His girl gets killed on the beach,
Okay.
and by terrorists or whatever. He proposes to her. She gets killed on the beach, and he starts like going crazy and like training and like contacting the terrorists, ISIS and stuff like that. And he's like training and going into combat and going to kill the terrorist leader. But the CIA is watching him do all this stuff. So he gets in to this terrorist group. He's pretending like he's gonna become a terrorist, and the CIA comes in. He leads it to them, and they kill the terrorist, and they grab him, and then they make him a CIA agent.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. I never seen that one before.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
You know, I actually always think of that movie because I think we were in we might have been in Cancun or something, and we were sitting on the beach, and you went up to Poppy, and you're like, "Yo, what if like it was American Assassin, and a bunch of the terrorists just came out and started killing all of us?"
You know what?
And he's like, "Why would you say that?
I watched How to Make a Killing the other day.
What's that?"
It's a new movie with what's his name, Glenn Powell.
What is that?
So basically, what it is, Glenn Powell is born into wealth,
Oh wow.
and but in order for him to acquire the wealth, everyone above him in the family has to die. So he's basically killing everybody so he can inherit the wealth.
In his family.
So yeah, because what it is, his mom is the one that's in. Obviously, his mom is in the family. She has him as a baby, but then she's kicked out of the family because she has a child out of wedlock from the dad. So she tells him, as she's dying, make sure you go out there and obtain your wealth. But then finds out that the wealth has to be given to him after everyone above him passes away. So through the movie, he's basically trying to figure out how to kill everybody. It's a really good movie. It's a dark little movie, but and I know Glenn Powell. He's in everything. He's the guy that did The Running Man. He was the guy that was in that movie with Sidney Sweeney and stuff like that.
Anyone but you or whatever.
Yeah. So I thought he was good in this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Doesn't he do comedies normally? Is it a comedy?
It's like I want to say it's a dark comedy. It's got some humor in there as well. I thought that was pretty good though. That was a pretty good movie. That's the one that just came out recently. And then I saw, what was the other movie I saw? There was another movie that I saw that was not it was a comedy, but it was based on like how the world is right now with social media, how social media can take over. It's called, I think it's called, I'll tell you what it's called right now.
Titanic.
No.
1984.
No, it's called, let's see here. Where is it at? Where did I just, oh, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So this guy comes in from the future, and he's basically trying to. The world's about to pretty much end because everyone's living off their phones and stuff like that. So he's trying to come back to reset everything so things can go back to normal and all that. And it's a wild movie. And when you watch it, you think to yourself like all the things that are happening today, how we're consumed by our cell phones with social media and things like that. Every time you see someone, everyone's on their phone. But it was a fun movie. It was a really, really fun movie though. One to go check out and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm down with. I just watch a lot of horror films.
Yeah, the phones are crazy because I feel like every time like I'm like even at the bar or something and like I just have nothing to do, I feel like the first thing I feel like I have to do is just look at my phone.
And you know what's crazy? I grew up in an era where we didn't have that, right? So at that one point, when we were younger, we didn't have cell phones, so we had to go out there and have with your friends and play outside and. We had the video games and all that, but we didn't have it to where you guys have it now. It's so like real, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we had it, but it wasn't that bad. Now it's like the phone truly consumes people so much that it takes away from even meeting people now. You know what I'm saying? Like when I would go out, I would see people immediately on their phone. And don't get me wrong, I love technology. You know me, I buy stuff out. You know how I love technology. It's cool and everything because you can do some really cool things with it. But when you let it consume you to where you're just not enjoying your surroundings around you and everything has to be recorded, that's where you lose sight of it all. You know what I'm saying? I think you really need to kind of like chill for a second, record what needs to be recorded, and enjoy your surroundings. Otherwise, you're just stuck in your phone all day long, and it sucks.
Yeah, I think I'm in that right now. Like I just always have my headphones in and always on my phone and
And you
shit.
can get out of that, but the thing is, you can get out of that. You just have to break that cycle so that you're not constantly on your phone. You have to go and enjoy what else is around. I can get consumed by the phone too. I can go on the phone and be looking at it all day long. But I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do something different, and that's why I wanted to start learning how to do the VFX and stuff like that, so I can let my mind do something else other than just sitting on the phone and watching everybody else create stuff. And I do the reviews and I go to the movies and I go see movies and all that time. Some people be like, "Why do you go to the movies all the time?" I'm like, "Why not?
I like the movies.
Why not? Why not break the cycle and do something different? Whether it's going to the gym, going to play ball, going to see a game, going to watch a movie, as opposed to just sitting there and scrolling and seeing everyone else live their life while you're just trying to figure out what you're gonna do
Where's
next."
where's one place you want to visit before you die?
What place I would want to visit? Well, hopefully I don't die before I visit it, but I mean, for me,
Mine's probably Greece or Italy.
I would say Greece is a place that I've checked out, but also Iceland.
Oh yeah, Iceland's cool.
Iceland is sweet, dude. I have a friend of mine that was just posting pictures
They go
from
in the
there.
water and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
there's like ice around it and you could go inside the water and
So
pop.
there's this area over there. It looks like a clouded pool, and it's like it's sick. It's in Iceland. There's a good documentary by Zac Efron. It's on Netflix, where he visited different areas, and he visited Iceland, and man, it was just amazing. Iceland's one place I would want to go to, but also too, because I like history. I would like to go to like Switzerland and Ireland.
Switzerland's cool too. I want to play. My friend played golf in Switzerland, Rishabh, and he posted a picture. It looks so cool. There's just mountains up there and like in down.
Like if you ever watch Braveheart with Mel Gibson, it's a great historical film.
Oh yeah.
They filmed a lot of that in Switzerland, some parts in Ireland, and it just looks amazing to see all that. You're like, damn,
And they
that looks-
they ripped his body apart.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a really good movie though. It's like a gladiator movie. It's a really good movie though. But they shot a lot of those areas there's some areas in Ireland that are shot there, and it's just awesome. It looks sick, man.
And then the Vikings come in, or not Vikings, but they come and try to rape their women.
Yeah, it was horrible. It's a really good movie, but now that's a movie where you're like, your expectations are like, man, this better be a good movie,
Yeah.
not Scream. You know what I'm saying? Like horror films are like you go in there and you just want to have fun with this, man. Like I'm gonna go in there and have a good time. I'm gonna go in there and be like, hopefully this movie, makes me be like, oh shit, that's some creepy ass shit. But no, other than that, no, I'm just gonna go see this movie and enjoy it.
What happened to Mel Gibson? Like he he was banned from Hollywood and stuff.
No, he wasn't banned. I don't think he was banned. What it was, he got put over. He said some anti-Semitic things, and it's just stupid, man. Again, what he did was disrespectful as hell. He should have never did that. Can he grow up? Can he? Can people make amends and apologize for that? I think people should. Why not? People commit crimes and go to prison and come out reformed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he said a few words, he should be able to come out and say, listen, man, publicly, because he's a public figure. Hey, man, I apologize for what I said. I was wrong. I was disrespectful. I was stupid for what I said. Let me apologize. But they don't do that. A lot of times celebrities that make those errors may not apologize like that.
I'm staying on business. I want to say it again, just in case they didn't hear me the first time.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, listen, bro. If we can let criminals go to jail, do 25 years, come out, back into society, and let them live, people should be able to come out and say, "Hey, I'm sorry for what I said," and then move forward. But he's doing he's doing a new Jesus Christ movie.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, the Resurrection.
Part 2.
Yeah, he's doing the resurrection of that.
Didn't he pay for the first one himself?
I don't know if he paid it, but I know he made a lot of money off that film.
Did he?
A lot of money. They made a lot of money off it.
How are they doing Passion of the Christ too? Like, what's in
No,
the sequel?
it's the resurrection. It's the resurrection. So he's telling the story, but it's supposed to be really good though. But he's basically they're gonna do that.
I know.
He does the Mormon the New Testament of the Mormon book where Jesus goes to South America.
So I'm looking at some of the posters you guys have here. which is your favorite movie? You got The Godfather, The Sopranos, the series, The Goodfellas, the movie, and Scarface.
I've never seen any of these.
None of these movies?
No.
Okay, you guys need to do some
3 out of the
homework.
4. I've seen some of Godfather, but like it was boring, so I turned it off.
I did not care for The Godfather.
Here's the thing. Well, here's the difference. Godfather, it's telling the story of the upbringing, the business, culture, and stuff like that. It's not like your typical shoot 'em up like Goodfellas is. Where Godfather shows you his him growing up in power and basically how Al Pacino becomes the Godfather later on, but it shows more traditional of family and stuff like that. And there's still some criminal stuff happening behind the scenes. It's a great movie to watch.
How long is it?
I don't know, about over 2 hours maybe. But it's a really good movie. I think 1 and 2 are the best. 3 to me was like, it was okay. 1 and 2 are the best ones because 1 is you show Marlon Brando in power, and then before his son takes over, which is Al Pacino, and then part 2 it tells the story of Marlon Brando's character played through by Robert De Niro. So they're really, really good movies.
I think Sopranos is my favorite.
Now, Sopranos, you know me, I've never watched Sopranos. I've watched clips. I've never watched the whole series. I know I got to watch it. I know you watch it every single day on replay. I got to watch it. I've never watched that, but and Goodfellas, you guys have seen Goodfellas, right? Or no?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Goodfellas is another one that's a classic one. Now, that's your typical, gangster shoot 'em up and stuff like
And
that.
Christopher Moltisanti, he's in Goodfellas too.
Yeah, he's played Spider.
He's the
He's
kid.
the kid at the bar that gets shot in his foot.
Yeah, and then,
by Joe
and then
Pesci.
Tommy kills him again. He's like, "Why don't you go fuck your?" He's just
Yeah,
like,
you gotta watch it. It's a classic movie, that one. And then Scarface is Al Pacino. He plays the Cuban drug lord.
yeah, that's a good movie. And then that one was like sad because you see like his, downfall in like the movie. But this one, he at the end of Goodfellas, he snitches on all of them, right?
It's well, no, it's not even that. It's, first of all, I don't think it's sad. I think, hey, that's the life you chose. It is what it is. But I know
Well, all these movies end in a different way.
Well, to me, the reason why Henry Hill snitched is because they all pretty much turned on him.
Yeah.
So he was like, he's either gonna get killed by his own crew, or he's got to turn everybody in. So he turned. He said, "Hey, I'm a snitch." Basically, just ratted everybody out. He just said, "I'm gonna just save myself," and just snitched on everybody. Still a great movie though. Yeah, you definitely gotta watch that one.
And that it's a true story, right?
That's a true story. Yeah, Henry
And that
Hill's a
guy
real
was
character.
alive still. They like moved him in the witness protection program.
He got and he died. I think he ended up dying. I don't know how he died, but I think he died of old age or something like that. But yeah, he was in the witness protection program, and yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
it's crazy.
Those are good. These are good movies though. These are classic.
You know what
movies.
movie or what was that movie I watched with fuck. Who was on trial? That guy that was on trial?
Trial.
Did he?
No.
O.J. Simpson?
No, the Pirates of the Caribbean guy.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp. What's that movie where he's an informant and he gets so far in?
Oh, Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. That's like one of my favorite movies.
That's a good movie too. You know a movie that me and your uncle argue about that he doesn't like, and I think it's a good movie. It's called Black Mass. Black Mass is with Johnny Depp, where he plays Whitey Bulger.
Is it a gangster movie?
Yeah, it's a gangster movie. Yeah, basically he plays like a really menacing gangster from Boston. Yeah, that guy was crazy, dude. That's a really good movie. I have it in the library. You should check it out. Yeah.
What was the movie where what is it called? John Dillinger, where he's robbing banks. That's Johnny Depp too.
Yeah, it's called Dillinger. The movie's called Dillinger.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Remember we went to Chicago and they showed us where John Dillinger would kill people?
Did they?
Yeah, we did that like mob tour, remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember John Dillinger, like they couldn't catch him, like he kept just hopping from bank to bank.
You know what's crazy with him is that he went right before he got killed. He went to the police station, at least according to the movie. He went to the police station to see if they were looking for him, so stuff like that. He went in. He walked in there, and he walked out. That movie Dillinger with Johnny Depp. They show him walking into a police station and stuff like that. He was walking in with his hat down and seeing if they were looking for him and all that. Yeah. If he did that, that's gangster right there. Yeah. To walk into the devil's den where they're looking for you and you're like, all right, let me just walk in real quick, see what they're looking for.
It's definitely, that probably didn't happen.
I don't know, man. Like I said, a lot of that stuff, but you got to realize.
That
man,
one's way back in the day.
But you got to understand something. How security is now, think about it, man. It wasn't like that back then. So he probably could walk into.
Yeah. Remember that Theo Von where he's like, you you could kill somebody,
Shave your mustache.
shave your mustache, become a sheriff, and look for the killer.
I'm telling you, back then, I feel like back then, you can get away with stuff that you couldn't get away with today.
Yeah.
Because of our security. It's way different. Like I remember back in the day when we used to go to the airport. Your whole family can go to the airport and see you off. Or when you arrive, they could be at the door waiting for you at the door. Can't do that today, unless you're like, mentally impaired and you have to have someone take you to the thing. But for the most part, you can't do that. You can't go to. I can't pick you up at the airport and meet you at the gate.
Yeah.
Can't do that no more.
Did you see that guy that drove in the airport in Detroit?
I saw that on the news. Someone sent me a clip. I'm like, what the hell? That dude is he drove right into the Delta terminal.
Yeah, the one that like where people were picking up their luggage and shit.
Yeah.
He said he was late to his flight.
I don't understand that.
Is that what he
man.
said?
No, I'm joking.
What to say, dude? Really? And that's the worst way to get to your flight on time.
I wonder why he did that. Like, he was in a Mercedes too and shit.
My thing is this: like, who drives himself to the airport anyways? I take an Uber, dude. Who's taking? Hey, man, I'm taking an Uber. Drop me off at the door. I don't know. That's so weird, man.
Bro, back in the day, you could literally get away with anything, though. Like, Ted Bundy murdered 30 people and just went to different places and just killed them and got away with it.
Yeah, there's a movie about him, how he was killing his victims and he got away with the shit. Did you ever see? There's a movie about him played by Zac Efron, where he's in the courtroom and the judge ain't looking at him, and he jumped out of the window and tried to escape. He took off but they caught him. They caught him, but he was escaping. Bro, it was a different time. It was a different time. Like, for example, you ever seen the documentary Cocaine Cowboys?
No.
It's in the library. You should check it out. But they show how easy it was to
Is
smuggle.
that Johnny Depp? No, that's
No,
not
no,
him.
no, no, no. It's a documentary. It's a real
I
true
watched
story.
that one before. I'm trying to think because
So-
there's one with Johnny Depp where he's a cocaine.
Yeah, that's Blow. That's the movie Blow. No, this is a documentary, and they were showing how easy it was to smuggle drugs back in the day. How easy it was to smuggle drugs into Miami back then. You can't do that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible now. It probably is, but it's going to be a lot harder to do it today than it was back in the late 70s, 80s, and stuff like that. Because the technology is advanced now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now I could put an air tag in your bag and know where you're at. I know where you're going. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
And they have
You gonna
all-
lie to me, bitch? I know where you're going.
They have all of our faces scanned.
Yeah,
and
everything is scanned now, bro.
You know what was messed up at the end of that movie, Blow, was when they're like, oh, we'll let you off the hook. You just got to take pictures with who was it, Pablo Escobar?
No, that's not Blow. That's made. That's American made. That's
That
that's
movie
Tom
was
Cruise.
sick. Oh, that movie was
That's
so
Tom Cruise. Yeah, that's the one. That's another. Again, so Cocaine Cowboys is based off of that guy Barry Seal. So Barry Seal was a pilot who used to smuggle drugs.
Oh, Barry Seal was in Narcos, wasn't he?
I think he was. I think he was. They
Well,
played.
because he worked with Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, he was a smuggler.
So
He used to-
Blow was the one where he was partying.
No,
and shit.
Blow is basically
I've seen that
Johnny
one.
Depp playing George Young, where he was also smuggling dope as well. He started smuggling off weed, and then he became smuggling drugs. But he was also working with Pablo Escobar as well. But no, American Made with Tom
Barry
Cruise.
Seal, they were making so much money. They had to. He's like, I can't. He didn't even want to make any more money. That's how much he was.
They were smuggling-
They had nowhere to put it, so he was buying like businesses in the whole town, like faking businesses in the whole
The
town.
messed up part about it was the government was like, we need you to go and smuggle whatever, take pictures of Pablo Escobar, and then President Reagan released the photos on the news with him standing next to Pablo Escobar. I was like, that sucks, dude. They basically gave him up. They gave him up.
Yeah, they did.
They
They
gave
said,
him up.
They said, well, you'll get off scot free because
They gave him up. They gave him
brought
up.
him in.
So after that, the Escobar sent some of his soldiers over there to look for him, and he was under witness. I think he was hiding for a minute, and then he just gave up. He just stopped hiding.
Yeah.
He gave his wife, like, he talked to his wife, and then he was at the hotel, and then they found him in the hotel. And then
He recorded like 50 tapes.
yeah, had him all in his
And
trunk.
then he knew he was gonna die. Like he knew that Pablo
Yeah, he
was gonna
knew-
send him. So he had to keep going to the parole office to like do like whatever his time for the parole, and then he kept all the tapes in his trunk. And eventually they came and they killed him when he was
Yeah.
showing up to that parole office. And then the CIA came and they said that it never happened. Like he never cut a deal with them. So
Yeah.
so then they came, they took all the tapes. They're like, we'll take it from here, and they left.
I kind of like I said,
He got killed.
when you see the direction they were going, you kind of knew he was gone. This guy's gonna die. They're
He's
gonna
just
kill him.
like, it's a matter of time.
That's why he didn't. That's why I don't think he cared, man. But he smuggled a lot. He was smuggling up, and he was driving those big planes for them. And yeah, but that documentary, Cocaine Cowboys, it talks about him, but it talks about how those guys were smuggling drugs from Colombia to Miami. Because at that point, Miami Miami wasn't what it is now. It wasn't a thriving state like it is today. It was really like so old people would go to retire. People would go there, retire, and that was it. And then when these guys got in there, they were buying the building. They were putting banks in there. They were putting car dealerships in there. They were bringing money in.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that drug money did all that.
Yeah, I know.
It was drug money that did all that. And then they got sloppy and people died. And
That's where Reagan was just running a cartel.
yeah.
If you watch some of those documentaries.
But it's funny because all that money was taken. Like in the documentary, the news reporter says Miami was built off bloodshed. It was. People died for Miami to look like the way it does, because all that money was brought in. People died and all that stuff like that. It's crazy.
Same with Vegas too. With that movie Bugsy.
Oh, have you seen that movie?
Yeah, that movie's good.
That movie's amazing, man. And you know what's crazy, man? He died, and what happened after that?
They took over.
No, but here's the problem: the Flamingo Hotel. So he bought that. So what it was, he borrowed $6 million. All right, to make the
Bugsy did. Bugsy borrowed.
it started off with him taking just one. It was only they agreed to give him $1 million, him and his mobster friends, to build a casino. It went from 1 million to 2 to 3 to 6. And they didn't expect it to be, because remember, they're not making any money yet. They haven't made any profit. So they're looking at like, look, we're giving this guy money. Like, what's going on? Then they find out later that a girl that he was messing with was pocketing some of that money too.
A lot.
She pocketed like $2 million.
million?
Yeah, she pocketed like $2 million of that money. And his thing with Bugsy, his thing was he didn't really care about money. His thing was the vision. So Maya Lansky was his boy. Basically said, look, man, they had a meeting with him and Lucky Luciano. They were like, look, we're going to give him to the opening of the Flamingo Hotel. If it does well, then we all get our money. We're good. And the guy was like, what if the whole Flamingo goes bust? He'll take care of it. So the opening night, Christmas Day, the hotel opens up. It's pouring rain. It's leaking in the building. They had some minor repairs. The hotel is just sucks. It's done. All of a sudden, Maya Lansky calls him. He's like, hey, man, can you come to this house? We want to talk to you. And that's where they killed him.
Yeah.
After that, the hotel, when they reopened it again, ended up making $600 million.
No way.
Yeah. So they killed him because in their mind, they basically gave him $6 million. This guy got robbed for $2 million from some chick. So he's not really caring about our money. And this hotel's about to fail. So they made quadruple the money that they gave him. But they didn't see it like that. They didn't see his vision like that.
They made 100 times the money he made.
They didn't see the vision that he had, that this was going to be great.
And that was the start of Vegas because it was all desert there. There wasn't.
Yeah, there was nothing over there. And again, that was created by bloodshed. Someone died for that to be thriving. I mean, and then after that,
That's how we started our country. We went to war.
yeah, man. But no, Bugsy was a great movie. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
He just if you watch him, man, Bugsy Siegel didn't care about money. He only cared. All he cared about was his looks, how he was looking, and females. He didn't care about money at all.
And the fame too. He like.
And, he wanted to be an actor.
And that's why I think because he was so full of himself, like he had a big ego, and they were like
He didn't give a
he's
shit.
they're bringing too much attention.
He didn't. He was almost like, you ever seen Gotti's another one, the movie Gotti.
I don't know if I've seen that one yet.
John Gotti was the last mobster. Him and Sammy Gravano, he's the one that basically, Sammy was the one that snitched on him and got him to be thrown in prison for life, and he died in prison. But yeah, that was a good one too. That's a good one you got to watch.
I don't watch that many mobster movies.
Nah, they're fun. They're good to watch. I watch them because a lot of them have a lot of good historical information and stuff like that, especially if they're based on true facts. But
Yeah.
those are really good ones. What movies are you watching? What are you into other than the anime? I know you're into the anime and stuff like that.
I'm going to start today. I'm going to start that new Game of Thrones show. that came out, The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I heard it's really good. I was just waiting until they all the episodes came out.
Now, what's that on
HBO.
HBO? Okay.
But I actually heard that that HBO might be moving to or not HBO. Game of Thrones might be moving to Paramount.
Well, yeah, because the Paramount bought.
Warner Bros.
Yeah, so I guess
I thought Netflix bought them and then they offered them $100 billion now.
yeah. So
Paramount.
Netflix had the deal. Netflix had the deal locked. My only issue with Netflix is this, and I don't know how true this is. This is all stuff I've been hearing online and all that. I didn't like the fact that Netflix was going to acquire it for one reason. If this was true, again, I don't know. This is what I've been hearing. They were basically saying that if they were acquiring Warner Brothers, that when they would do their theatrical releases, they were only going to release the movies for 7 days in theaters. It doesn't make any sense.
I heard that they weren't even going to release them in theaters; that they were just going to put them straight on the Netflix platform.
Yeah, and to me, I feel like so then you're basically going to eliminate theaters, which is dumb to me. Why would you want to get rid of theaters? So then I saw, but then the president of Netflix came out and said, no, they'll be in there for I think it's a 25 or 30 days, something like that.
Still, though.
But I just feel like let these theaters see. The problem is, we got rid of DVDs, right? So back then, when you released a movie, right, movies would be in theaters. I don't even remember how long they were in theaters before, but when they were in theaters first, and then after they got out of theaters, then they will go on to DVDs, right? Mm-hmm. And then after DVDs do their sales, then one of these big streamers, HBO at the time or Showtime, whatever, they would basically get the license to put the movie on their platform. And then after that, then the network TVs, after the movie's been edited, they get rid of all the profanity, then they will get licensed to put it on NBC or CB or ABC, whatever like that. But now you don't have DVDs anymore. Like the DVDs are pretty much going away. They're disappearing. They might throw some new ones out there, but they're pretty much going away. And now it's like they want to put. I don't like the fact that they're
you could still have places like Fandango where you could buy them on, for those downloadables where you don't have
the digital ones. Yeah, digital ones you can buy, but the thing about it is that they're just basically saying, hey, we're just gonna eliminate that because you got to remember too. I think that if they go digital, I mean, if Netflix would have went through with that deal, I think that Netflix would have just put it on their platform and that's it, and they just would have upped the prices on their streaming.
Exactly, that's the annoying part about it.
So you're basically telling me that you're going to eliminate theaters. Well, that's the feeling that I felt that was going to happen. And then people thought that this was a good deal. And I'm like, no, you got to understand. If they do that, that means they're pulling premium content on their channel. They're going to up that price on their Netflix.
Yeah.
So if you're paying, let's say you pay $20 a month now, you're probably going to be paying $40, $50 a month. It's not going to be cheap. You're not going to pay less. You're going to pay more. So that's what I don't like about it. So we'll see what the new deal with Paramount, how they handle it now.
You know what they're gonna do is they're gonna put them on there, and they're gonna be like, now you got to rent the movies on Netflix. All the new ones that come out.
It's gonna be cable again.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, you want to watch this new release? You got to rent it for $3 if you want.
Because that's what on demand was in Comcast and shit.
That's why to me, I've always liked buying physical media when I can get it. If I can find physical media, I still buy it. I still have I have crates at home of physical media that I still have that I'll never part with those because I like those. I like having that immaterial. Even though I have the library we have online and stuff like that where we still put movies there, we buy new ones because those don't have physical media anymore.
Yeah.
But the ones that I have, I still keep those, man. I still have crates of movies there, man. I'm gonna keep those, man. So if I ever get a house, I'll put somewhere where they'll just be like portraits like this. Just put them on the wall.
Yeah.
But I don't like. We'll see what happens, man, with this project. We'll see what Paramount does when they buy it.
I actually like Paramount. I have Paramount. I watch soccer on there. You can watch football on there, and then I watch TV on there. That's good shows.
Yeah, Paramount.
It's cheap too.
Paramount's getting up there, so we'll see. And now
it's got UFC.
Now with the purchase of this, they're gonna have HBO. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have all these. They're gonna have all these staple shows that people watch on that platform. So either way, the price is gonna go up on the streaming, whatever. But you buy it, you get what you pay for.
But HBO is a good one too. So if they combine it with Paramount, that'd be good.
I like HBO, and HBO has a lot of big IPs. They have all the DC stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be good, man. I just don't want them to get rid of. I can't foresee a future without movie theaters. I just don't. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a time where we don't have movie theaters. Like movie theaters are like I know that You know who this guy is? Nolan, Christopher Nolan.
Hmm.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't like that. He wants to be able. When he makes movies, he wants his people. He wants people to go to the theaters to go see it.
Yeah.
He wants
I mean,
people.
as long as there's people like, there's still people that love to do it, like go to the theaters and it makes money. We'll have.
That's
it,
why you have to
but-
make the theater experience fun, man. You know, have to. You have to really. That's why.
Yeah, they gotta update it.
That's like with the.
They gotta cut the prices on some of it too. I think
But-
the ticket itself is fine, but like, what do you mean I'm paying $15 for popcorn and
I mean, yeah,
$25
but
for a
that's
slushy?
That's how. Again, concessions are always going to be more expensive and all that. But again, you're not doing that. I look at it this way: you're not spending movies like you're not going to movies all the time. I think most people when they go to the movies, they're going to movies for a specific film that they want to go see. Like when that movie Odyssey comes out, I'm pretty sure you're going to go see it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward.
That's
to
what I'm saying. Or when Avatar comes out, there's certain movies that come to the theaters. The movies that are not being released are like the independent, art housey films. They're not going to get too much release because people are not going to go see that. But movies like, for example, Scream, people are going to go see that. You see right now, people are buying those popcorn buckets. I'll show you the one that I bought. It's insane. Like people are going in there buying the popcorn. Like it's crazy because in Michigan we didn't sell out. I went to the AMC theater and they had a bunch when I got there. In LA they were sold out.
Yeah,
They
they
w-
gotta make incentives like that, like where it's just like limited shit limited drops that you hype it up.
But it's not just that. People go out in droves to go because they want to buy. People in Michigan are gonna go, but I'm pretty sure there's maybe some theaters here that sold out. But for the most part, a lot of them didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure in LA they're gonna sell out fast. But those movies bring in numbers. People go to the theaters to go see this. It's just the art house films where they're not getting a lot of exposure. Those are the ones that, and not everybody's gonna go to the theaters to go see that. Like the movies that I've been doing when I go do the movie mystery, a lot of those movies that I go see, they're not on that level of like that's gonna draw. They're not gonna make 10, 20, 30 million dollars. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but their budget's way lower.
They definitely have a smaller budget, so they get released. And what happens is people will go see it because of word of mouth. That's why when I do the reviews, I always say, it's definitely a movie to go worth checking out. Like I said, since I've been doing this, I've been doing movie reviews, the movie mysteries for about it's going to be almost 2 years, and I only walked out of the theater twice. No, once.
Which movie?
It was some movie. It was called Lessons of the Penguin. I just was watching.
Oh wait, you told me about.
I
this.
couldn't connect with it. I was just like, this movie's boring, and I left. Oh no! And then I saw another one. It was another one. It was a comedy, but it just was corny to me. It was just like, I was like, whatever. But for the most part, all the movies that I've seen, I pretty much enjoyed. I've seen a lot of them, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Some movies that I'm like, the movies that I've seen, I don't think I would have seen them like me just going to the theater. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have been like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta see this movie.
Yeah.
But some of them that I did see, I was like, that was actually a decent movie. I was like, wow, this movie, but it's not gonna make, 20, 30 million dollars. It's not gonna do much numbers like that.
See, but those. Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say those are the types of movies that could go to straight to Netflix and.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Did you see that Leonardo DiCaprio was eating babies and stuff and bones?
What?
In the Epstein files, he was.
Oh, come on, man. I don't believe in that nonsense, man. That Epstein files, I mean.
You think it's fake?
The Epstein files?
Yeah.
No, I think people went there. Again, who went there maliciously, we don't know. And we're never going to know.
How do you know we're never gonna know?
That they did something maliciously? Because there's no video of that. Again, that's like having a party list, right? Mm-hmm. You put your name here for everyone that showed up so that they can get thank you letters, right? Same thing for that. You can have a big list of people that showed up there, right? But there's no proof. What, just because you went there, I got to assume that you did that?
There was some videos of Epstein with like an 8-year-old, and he was like chasing him around the kitchen.
Now, if there's video,
That's not real, is it? He was chasing an 8-year-old around the
Yeah,
kitchen.
but they blur out the victims' faces.
I
though.
say this: if there's videos of because I know there's been talk, Jay-Z's there and Trump's there, and if there's videos, then that should get released because those people that were there. But again, videos that show something incriminating. Because if you just show a video of a party, again, there's no criminal charge. There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
You know what it reminds me of? Like the Epstein stuff. It reminds me of that movie Babylon with
With Brad Pitt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's a good movie.
Margot Robbie.
You saw that one?
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
that was a good movie.
No, that's crazy. Now they have videos like that. That's different. That was wild, dude.
Yeah.
That was a wild ass movie. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have all this video footage, but what is it showing? Is it showing something criminal? Because if you just show people partying, drinking, that's not against the law. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you see them drugging people and doing, okay, now we got something here. Because for the most part, they're going to release that list, right? Whenever they release it, whatever like that. Are they going to hold anybody accountable? No.
They're probably gonna release it when all these people die.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Look who was here. Again, same thing. Listen, same thing that happened with Diddy, right? They said they had all this thing on Diddy that he was going. What happened? He got 2 charges, and that transportation and prostitution. That's what he got. That's it. So what happened to all the proof?
They said that when they arrested Diddy, they said that they had so much evidence it's gonna blow the Hollywood, Hollywood scene open, and it just didn't do.
It
anything.
didn't do anything. Again, now there's some people that testified, but look at the guys that testified, right? Even the people that testified on that 50 Cent documentary, they said that he did these things, right? How come that can't be held against him? You have an actual victim that's telling their story of what he did to them. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, to me, I just find it to be, it's just pure entertainment, man. That's all it is. It's for us to watch and for us to look at them and be like, wow, there are some disgusting people out there.
I'm sure they exaggerated a little.
We don't know,
maybe.
but everything's exact. Like I said, until you see proof of anything being done, I just look at them. They're just a bunch of weirdos. That's it. A bunch of weirdos that do some freaky shit.
Believe in nothing what you hear and only half of what you see.
Yeah,
Edgar Allan Poe, and we'll sign off right there. We're at an hour, by the way, Dominic.
Oh.
You want to call it, or you want to keep
call
going?
him. Nah, we can call it, man.
Yeah, I'm done because I kind of want to take a shower. Thanks for tuning in to episode 55 of Frogs in the Algorithm. Go follow Sandro's Place. What's your
On
YouTube?
TikTok and YouTube.
Sandro, just go to Sandro's Place. If you go to my TikTok, you'll see the link there to hit the YouTube, and then come check it out, man. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.